to reunion. Hello, y'all. I was selling crack on a private jet up in the hell and back. But no confusion, this a reunion. Hello, y'all. Welcome back. Get murder here. He counting money. He said, "Can man, the hell with rap. I'm only here to shit on niggas and piss on bitches. Welcome, ass. I bought jewelry and bikes, nigga. Black Benzes and white Vigors. Now I'm out here and I'm looking for more chandeliers and light fixtures. Nah, I don't like niggas. What's wrong with me? I'm a hype nigga, but this 44 turn to Michael Jordan. I look and say, take flight, nigga.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. They'll also match your first deposit up to $100, and you get a special pick when you sign up. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts, Mase and Cam.
Murder, what up, man?
Killer, what's good, man?
Shit, I'm good. How you?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
Good, man. See you back on the cowboy hat.
Yeah, man. Waiting for the rest of my hats to come in. Pause, you know.
Okay. Is it a theme behind it?
Nah, this nigga Pharrell jacked my look. You see, I got the cowboy hat with Balenciaga on.
Okay.
Nigga try to jack the look and do it with Louis.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, so I got us. People like, yo, Mace, you ain't wearing your hat no more. You let Pharrell jack you there in the comments going crazy.
Oh, I didn't even know about it.
Yeah.
Okay. I dig it. So you got to stay consistent.
Yeah, I got
I dig it. I ain't mad at that.
I was ready to take the cowboy hat, but they like, yo, you let Pharrell take that. You know, how much stuff you gonna let niggas take?
I go. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to make a statement.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, well, we're going to start the show with the trade that happened last night. So the Nets have agreed on a trade to send Mikal Bridges to the Knicks for Bogdanovic, 4 unprotected first-round picks, a protected first-round pick via Bucks, and an unprotected pick swap and second rounder. What do you guys think of the trade? And do you guys think that this will be a good fit for Mikal Bridges to be on the Nets?
I'm a Knicks fan now. I'm a Knicks fan now. Shout out to Mikal, you know, he texts me and let me know, you know, welcome to New York and all that. You heard that, Killer?
I'm not listening. I heard it, but
Put the camera on. He mad at me now.
I ain't mad.
I got the text. So I wanted to make sure. Yeah. Put the camera on him, you know? What you got to say, Killer? You a Knicks fan now? You coming home?
I think it's an absolutely great trade, but no, I'm a Knicks fan, but that's not my first team. When you from New York, that's not your first team. No, I think this is absolutely great trade. Super great trade. You want me to go?
Yeah, you go.
For Bogdanovic is how you pronounce his name for Utah. Look, you can't beat this trade. Mikal Bridges was really doing really great when he was on the Phoenix Suns. Outstanding, great two-way player, 7'4" wingspan, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Athletic, could shoot the jump shot. This is really, really great for the Knicks. To be honest with you, the way that Phoenix looked after he left, even though they made it, you know, they lost to the champions the previous year when Denver took it. When I watched them this year, I said, damn, I would never compare Mikal Bridges to Kevin Durant, not at this point in his career. But I was like, damn, this is looking like Phoenix was doing better when they had him. Didn't really prosper in Brooklyn because we all know how dysfunctional the Brooklyn organization is the last few years, whether it's handling Kyrie Irving the wrong way, whether it's letting Ben Simmons just do whatever the hell he wants. My man, shout out to my nigga Jeff, he left there to actually become the assistant general manager in the Hornets. And that just goes to show you how bad it is, because no disrespect to the Charlotte Hornets, but they're not at the top of the East. But you'd be like, it's better than the Brooklyn Nets. So big shout out to my man Jeff. I actually seen him at Bronny's Pro Day in LA. So congrats to him over there with Charlotte. But as far as Mikal Bridges, you cannot ask for anything better. I got to see exactly how many protected free agents he had and unprotected, not free agents, draft picks. I actually didn't really know the definition of protected draft picks against unprotected draft picks. So I called my man Stephen A. Smith, and he broke it down to me. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith. Thank you for breaking that down to me, because as much basketball as I do know, I was like, I need to know the exact definition of protected free agents against unprotected free. I keep saying free agents. Protected draft picks against unprotected draft picks. And when I looked at this deal overall, you can't beat it. Not only that, chemistry speaks volumes. You could call him Killa-Nova now. I'll let y'all borrow the nickname until y'all fuck it up. But you got 4 players now from Villanova that won championships together, and chemistry speaks volumes. Will that translate when it comes to the NBA? We have yet to see. But you got to give Worldwide West, Leon Rose, them niggas are doing their job. And what I say about this is that the Knicks want to win now. That's what they're saying to me. We want to win now. We don't want to wait. Free agency's coming up. This is not really a strong draft coming up, so I'm not really depending on draft picks for any team. But with free agency coming up and trades looming, this should be an interesting next 2 to 3 weeks, and I can't really wait to see it. I'm excited about it. Did you know the difference between protected draft picks and unprotected draft picks? I didn't know. All right. You don't know? The expert doesn't know something? Oh, damn. Wow. This is crazy.
I'm letting you shine.
I appreciate it. I'm not shine. I had to admit that I had to call Stephen A. and get the information. So I was just wondering. I haven't heard you say no to anything. I'm proud of you, actually, to say that you haven't known. This is the first time probably in about 37 years that I heard you say that you don't know anything about anything. Okay, so I just
That's what I was thinking yesterday when you apologized. I said, I've never heard him apologize in 40 years.
Listen, I'm at that age where if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I got a budget for my bitches and females I want to pay fines for, I'm at that age. Listen, man, I realize when I get to this age, I'm not wrestling with people. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I want to spend a couple of dollars, I'm going to spend me a couple of dollars. I'm not fighting. Sometimes spending a couple of dollars, I can leave a headache alone. When you don't spend money, you get all this. Yeah, they ain't doing nothing for me. We ain't been out. Yo, you don't take me nowhere. Yo, take this to go home. That's where I'm at. How about that? But for those that don't know, because I didn't know, I'll break it down to you to what Stephen A. explained to me, because I really didn't know. So meaning protected draft picks, meaning so the Knicks gave up their draft picks. I don't know exactly, because I don't have my computer in front of me.
Picks.
Yeah, some of them are protected, some of them not. The ones that are protected means that if the Knicks some type of way get let's just say 1 through 10 lottery picks, those are protected, saying, nah, nigga, we ain't know we was going to get the 3rd pick, nigga. That's our pick. It's protected. Yeah. But if it's after the 10th pick, that means it's unprotected. You can sit here and get who you want, like, nigga, nah, them ain't protected. So basically, when you have protected picks, if you get a good draft pick and some type of way the Knicks fuck up, because it don't look like they're going to get top 10 draft picks with this team. Looks like they should be making the playoffs for the next few years at least. That's why they may have gave up the unprotected draft picks. I think it's only 1 protected draft pick, but meaning that if you don't have the top 10, it's unprotected. If you're in the top 10, it's protected, depending on what the deal is, because they'll sit there and say, we didn't know we had the opportunity to get a Zion or a LeBron James or a Carmelo Anthony or a Ja Morant, people of that nature. So that's the difference between protected and unprotected. And thanks, Stephen A. Smith. I appreciate the knowledge on that and getting back to me so quick.
Yeah, and this says a lot for Brooklyn, because Brooklyn gave away so many picks. They getting something back. Pause.
Yeah. Yep.
After all these picks they gave away.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about John Wall. So he said he's willing to accept any role to be back in the NBA. He said if it's playing, not playing, being in the Udonis Haslem role, anything like that, I just want to be in an NBA jersey again, because I know how much the game means to me and how much I still have left. So just based off of what he said, what do you guys think about John Wall's future?
Yeah, I will start with this. The game definitely has missed John Wall. I think when it comes to all of these guys sitting on the bench, come on, they got people playing with their brothers' paws. John Wall can be on a team, and especially John Wall is better than most backup point guards in the entire league. I can't think of 5 backup point guards that are better than John Wall. And you get him on the right team, like say like a Milwaukee Bucks, he can make a difference. This would be a great addition to Milwaukee Bucks. And there's somebody else I'm thinking that need to be on the Bucks this summer as well. But starting with John Wall, he would be excellent as a backup guard. I wouldn't even be upset with John Wall playing with the Knicks backup point guard. It's so many places he can go, and this boils down to what type of person was he, not player, because when we need to put you on a team, it's about your character. And I think that's something that people don't really realize, that, yeah, you could still play, but at this point, you're not the starter. So how well do you gel with other people? How much are you a contributor to the morale of the team? Are you encouraging? Are you one of those people that's hard to be around? All of that plays into when somebody's trying to just add you to the team versus you being a starter. People will put up with all your shenanigans, but now that you have to play a total separate role, it boils into the fact of what kind of character do you have.
I think right now, and I think John Wall is definitely still an NBA player, but I think he's fallen into the category of Carmelo Anthony his last couple years when he was in the NBA. And I'm not comparing him to Carmelo Anthony. I'm talking about when we knew damn well Carmelo Anthony should have been in the NBA, but he wasn't getting picked, or people didn't want him on the team, or they didn't feel he was a 12th man on the bench. But I think when it comes to players, and Carmelo was a little older than John Wall. John Wall's 33 years old, but he's still fairly young. I'm not saying he's a spring chicken, but he still has some NBA life in him, especially because of injury. He missed a couple years. He's a 5-time All-Star, all-defensive player throughout his career. I mean, he made all-defensive team 1 year, but I'm saying
former number 1 pick.
Some people don't even make all-defensive team ever. So I just want to give some of his accolades out there. They thought he was going to be the next LeBron when he was coming out of
Kentucky,
out of school. Yeah. But what happens is this. I think that, and this is what they were saying about Carmelo, whether it's true or not true, but this was the rumors circulating or the whispers or whatever may have you, is that sometimes you are trying to build a young player up, and when they're 19 years old, or 20 years old, and you want them to be the man, and you have a John Wall on the team, or Carmelo Anthony, to use him as an example, and this is what they're saying, I'm not agreeing with this, is that the young player that you're trying to build has too much respect for the John Wall or the Carmelo Anthony, saying they're in awe. They can't believe that he's not getting the playing time that I get, because you got to think about this. If you're talking about John Wall at 33 years old, and let's just use Ja Morant. I'm not using him as a comparison to anything else, just age-wise. If you're comparing a 23, 24-year-old Ja Morant, when John Wall was out here balling doing his thing, John Morant was probably 12 or 13 or 14. So you're looking up to these guys. And then when you get in the same space as them, and your coach is telling you, you're the man, and you like, but that's John Wall. Oh, you don't get it. It happens a few times. They had to get rid of my man Eddie Jones because they had to make room for Kobe. And sometimes Eddie Jones may not have realized that. Same thing with Stack 5, and Stack 5's my man, and I remember him doing the interview. Part of the reason that the Spurs let him go, if I'm not mistaken, he can always correct me or call me, let me know that's my nigga. But from what I remember, Greg Popovich was asking him, are you better than Kawhi Leonard? He said, I'm better than him, definitely. And Greg Popovich was like, you're not better than him. Do you get that you're not better than him? And he's like, nigga, I'm better than everybody in the gym. And he's like, okay, so you're bugging. We're going to have to let you go. And when you have younger players trying to insert that nigga into them, it doesn't always translate when you have an aging superstar. I don't know if that's the case for John Wall. I don't know if it's injuries. I don't know what it is. Mase could have been alluding to something correct. If it's attitude, I have no idea. I ran into John Wall several times, one of the nicest basketball players you can ever meet. a super duper gentleman, very nice. I don't know what he's like in the locker room, but I thought it would be a good thing when he got to the Clippers. Ended up not being a good thing. But to be totally honest with you, what has been a good thing for the Clippers? Hasn't been Paul George. It hasn't been Kawhi Leonard. It hasn't been Russell Westbrook. It hasn't been Chris Paul. It hasn't been Blake Griffin. It hasn't been DeAndre Jordan. It hasn't been Jamal Crawford. We could go on and on and on for years.
Bo Campbell.
Yeah, it hasn't been Elgin Baylor. We could go on.
You can go forever on the Clippers.
Yeah, so you can't even really blame that situation with him. But I was sitting there thinking that you have a really great point guard and you got Paul George and Kawhi Leonard on the wings, and it didn't pan out. But nothing's been panning out. I hope he does get an opportunity. I think he's at a stage in his career, like he said, he's willing to take a backup role. But I see him play also in pickup games, and we don't know what goes on in practice if you're not there. We don't know if niggas be talking shit. Nigga, why is he starting? I'm cooking him all game. All that goes on in practice. And we don't know if people want to put up with that. It's like sitting here, and I can't wait for one day when I interview Rajon Rondo, which I'm going to have an interview with him pretty soon. I'm reaching out. We're trying to connect the dots in one of my interviews. How Sebastian Telfair was saying he was dragging him up and down the court when he first got to Boston. And I said, Sebastian, that's your story. Let's hear his side. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's two sides to every story. We have no idea what goes on in practice, the shit people talk, who gets punched in the face, who doesn't. Sometimes them things leak out. We don't know. But I do say, what I will say is that I do believe John Wall needs to be in an NBA uniform, and if he's willing to take a backup position and help the next point guard that's ahead of him get better.
Yeah. If he takes the role, he got to have the attitude for it, and that's kind of what I've been alluding to, because he could play, sure enough, but it's like he's saying he's going to take the role, but are you going to be happy in the role? Are you going to be thankful, like, yeah, go get him, even though you know you're better than that guy? That's a hard thing to do for most people, to be behind somebody you know you're better than.
Okay, and then it's reported LeBron James is expected to forego the final year of his current contract and become a free agent. So with that being said, the Lakers are preparing to offer LeBron a 3-year, $162 million max contract. So one, what do you guys think of this deal? And then do y'all feel like LeBron James got 3 years left in him?
Oh, LeBron, pause, he definitely has 3 years left. And when I think of that contract, that sound about right. 50 something million a year for him to play for the next 3 years. That's what they should do. They might have to throw the bonus in their pause by adding Bronny to it. But the conversation is going in the right direction. That's what I would say. I wouldn't just say yes, because who knows? We might be able to get 175. If Rich Paul is thinking like Rich Paul, he said that's their offer. This is what we would like. And like Killa often says, and we need them front court seats, and we need the skybox on these games, and a lot of other things got to go into that to make that a reality. We are talking about King James, and with them solidifying that JJ Redick is the coach, he's definitely gonna go for the max. Sometimes when two people talk and they know each other, they both give each other the play of what to run. You go and get your money, and then I'm going to get mine after you. But make sure you get the amount you want. Pause, because I'm coming after that, and I'm going to get the amount of money that I want. So, and I think the Lakers are not in a position where they can even afford to move on to the next situation without making this right. And if Anthony Davis was playing better, they would be able to make some different moves.
Yeah. Can't get any more money. Mase is the max. Let's start there. Secondly, yeah, he got 3 years left. Absolutely. 100%, man. But I say it's unprecedented because, look, he's going to be 40 years old this year. Nobody's getting the max at 40, 39, 40 years old. The max? No, it's fucking incredible. It's fucking crazy that you're 39 in the middle of the season, not even in the middle, but when the season starts, in December, this man's going to be 40 years old to get 3-year deal, and not just a 3-year deal to max. It's incredible. Like Mase said, though, Lakers are not in a position to even play no type of games. You know, because the thing about it is, what scares them more than anything is that him opting out, because they could have had another year to figure this out. But let's think about this. The draft is, what's the date of the draft?
Thursday. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Whatever the date of the draft is, I don't know the date off the top of my head. Free agency starts Monday.
Yeah.
So how perfect timing is this? You can sit there and say, if you're a GM for any one of these teams with a pick, and Lakers don't have the 55th pick or something like that, they're sitting there saying LeBron's going to opt out. We might could just snatch Bronny and see what he going to do. Because that way, even if he opts back, even if he does this max deal with the Lakers, then we could do a trade or some type of deal to get Bronny for some type of value what the Lakers had. So by him opting out, let's just use a team, for example, who's on the cusp. I don't know who has the order of the draft picks, but I'm not counting Detroit. I'm not counting the Wizards. You know, I'm talking about like, and I'm not, I know they don't have
like Utah.
Right. I'm saying like, not even Utah. I'm thinking this is a little way away. But let's just say, and I'm using this for example, Murder, because I know they don't have a top draft pick. But let's just say it was Sacramento. And you get Bronny and you like, we right there, nigga, with you. Bron, nigga. You know, Monk coming back. We got, we got, what's the lefty nigga name?
Fox.
Nigga, psh, we gonna make some noise. We took Bronny. You in the same state. I'm just saying, I know that they don't have a top draft pick, but this is things that GMs are potentially thinking about when it comes to picking up Bronny. Is it realistic or not? We'll find out in the weeks to come, but it's something definitely to think about. But congratulations to LeBron James if you end up doing that deal, because I think it's unprecedented. Somebody 40 years old getting a 3-year max deal. And I'm really excited, like I said yesterday's show, to see what happens throughout free agency and the trades that go on in the next few weeks. I'm really excited because we have a bunch of people that we didn't even talk about. We're talking about Klay Thompson. We're talking about Paul George. We're talking about Tyrese Maxey. It's a lot of players. We're talking about OG Anunoby. We're talking about a lot of players that's opting out of their deal, and not just that, they could be unrestricted free agents. We're talking about James Harden. It's a lot of players that we're not talking about that are opting out their deal, and not just opting out their deal, they're unrestricted free agents. So I'm excited.
So just because I'm curious, so the Lakers have the 17th pick and then they don't pick again until the 55th pick. Do you guys see Bronny, and I know we're going to dive more into it as we get closer to the draft, but do you guys see Bronny taking either of those spots?
Well, that's why I said the 55th pick, because from what I'm reading and what I'm hearing, he's not going to come in the top 20. Pause. That's why I said the 55th pick. I hear it's a very weak draft. It's not as strong as previous draft, but they're still saying that he's not going to be in that top 20. What I think a lot of times is we overlook, and not just overlook, we don't get the knowledge of these overseas players. The NBA has niggas in Europe all year round.
Yeah.
Motherfucking London, Germany, not just that, Australia. But it's not a domestic sport anymore. It's an international sport. And with so much success from all these international players, whether it's Dirk Nowitzki, whether it's Luka, whether it's SGA, whether it's Marshallonis, whether it's Detlef Shrimp, niggas don't even know these players I'm naming. This has been going on for a little while since we was kids, me and Murder I'm talking about. It hasn't been this flooded with international players, but it's been a lot of international players for years. Like, we sit there and talk about Sabonis for the Sacramento Kings we were just talking about. His father was nice. Sabonis Sr. was nice. Portland nigga. He was good. And now you're seeing there's kids excel, and not just the kids, the country as well. So when we sit there and say, okay, let's just use an example. The Washington Wizards get Lalaska Veskis from with Lithuania. You like, come on, man, who is this nigga?
Yeah.
And then in 2 years, you like, nah, that's my nigga. That's my nigga. We sit there and watch this all the time.
Porzingis.
I was just about to say that. Nigga, I watched New York boo Porzingis at the draft. Boo him. You know what I'm saying?
What is Phil Jackson thinking
about? That's exactly what they were saying. Phil coming over here fucking shit up. I remember that exactly. We got to think about one of the best players that probably won't get the recognition or light he deserves. And we almost missed out on it. It was a blessing if you was alive or born to see it. Is Drazen Petrovic. God bless the dead. Man, something special. And he was sitting on the bench almost drowning, dying in Portland. And lucky enough, he came to the Nets. And boy, this nigga was special with Derek. Listen, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has
threes from everywhere.
And shaking niggas. And killed Jordan one night that I watched. I don't know, because I never looked at it, but if there's a YouTube highlight reel of Drazen Petrovic, number 3 on the Nets, go look it up. He was something amazing. And the reason I'm bringing all this up is, like I said, I'm pretty long-winded about it, but we're obviously looking at just American players. We're not sitting there a lot of times, maybe if we see it on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or TikTok or whatever social media outlets, we're not, as American fans, scouting a 16-year-old from Germany, where the NBA is doing that and teams are doing that. So I think that we're going to hear a lot of foreign names this draft because we haven't been hearing a lot of American names leading up to the draft.
Okay. And then what went viral was basically Lil Durk sent a DM to LeBron saying that he will pay if him and Bronny play for the Bulls. Obviously, that's unlikely because Chicago has the 11th pick. But just when you guys think about it, what team besides the Lakers, if you were just able to choose any of the teams, would you like to see Bronny and LeBron play on? And then what did you guys think about Lil Durk even offering up the money?
This is what I'm saying when Killa said you can't get more money than the max. You got niggas coming off the street giving money. So the max doesn't mean anything. It's niggas showing up from Chicago telling you he'll pay you and your son. I don't know if he got the 165. I ain't pocket watching, but you know, this is crazy to think. So Lil Durk can say he gonna pay the max. Is there a max? This is crazy. I don't think Lil Durk gonna pay them no max, man. Stat, where you get these topics from?
I do a mixture of culture and sports and trending topics, and that went viral, so I had to ask y'all.
So Lil Durk is gonna show up, and I'm gonna give him his light since he put himself in the mix. Shout out to Durkio, shout out to OTF. If he made it to the point he can give LeBron $65 million for him and his son, who am I to stop it? You know. Shout out to Chicago and everybody in the South Side and the West Side. That's a big move. I'm in support of that. I like the way that sounds. Who knows? We might be paying players next year. I ain't hating. I like that. That's progression.
The IRS knows. That's who knows. This won't happen. I appreciate the offer, and I understand exactly what he means when he's saying, "Nah, we need y'all bad. Yeah. Don't do this, and don't even play around because now you'll be under investigation with the NBA and the IRS, so that's not even realistic." But I get it.
Yeah.
Dirk, this is my nigga. That's my little man.
It was a good troll.
I dig it.
It was a good troll.
Don't give me the I don't dig it face. I dig it. But yeah, all this does, I'm telling you now, I'm giving you some advice as a textbook nigga. as a textbook nigga. Let me tell you.
Don't go to jail trolling.
Yo, bro, I played these games before. See, let me tell you something. When you play games with 60 Minutes, with Bill O'Reilly, see, CNN the other day, I wasn't playing no games. Look, a lot of people, let me just break that down before we get back to it real quick. If y'all don't know, my publicist and one of my partners, shout out to Jacob York and Chanel, we pitched to go on CNN. We pitched to go on Fox. I'm talking about for our show, all the positive things that we've done. hiring a black female, paying her a generous amount of money, the rekindlement of me and men, the rekindlement. Stat said people can't go on vacation with her. I ain't trying to throw nobody out there, but she said she make too much money to go on vacation with certain people because she tried to go on vacation with people and they be like, Stat, I can't, I ain't dissing her friends.
Much love though. Yeah, they know though. We talk about it all the time.
That's what I'm gonna say it. Stat wanted to go to Cabo and her friends can't afford it. She's like, damn, I'm making too much money. They can't afford to go. I'm like,
say it like that though.
Hey, you
make that
supposed
clear.
to pay for
Make it
them,
that clear. No, okay, like if we're being like very transparent, I have paid. Let me make that clear. I paid for my friends because I just want us to have a good time, but you can't pay for somebody every single time. You know what I'm saying?
Every single time.
Like, yeah. But much love. They know though. We talked about it. But anyways.
But back to Durkio and the
before I get
IRS.
back to Durkio, but I'm gonna get back to that. Stat makes too much money. And she can't go on vacation with her friends. We tried to pitch all this to CNN. That's what I was getting to. And they brushed us off and brushed us off and brushed us off. And so they called me for some gossip shit, which I don't care nothing about. So I'm going to sell my product. A lot of people like, Cam is ignorant, Cam is dumb, Cam is stupid. I actually did an interview with Black Enterprise, a seminar actually with Black Enterprise magazine, which is just positive stuff what Black people did, maybe about 3 or 4 days before that. Nobody talked about it. Nobody said anything about it. And so when I went on CNN, I sold my product. I had a very great week. And I won't say what kind of week I had, but thank you to the supporters who bought the pink horsepower because you know it works. Thanks to shopping at Dipset's Couture. I had a leap in sales that week and want to thank you. The reason I'm bringing this up and back to Dirk, what Mase wanted me to allude to, I got all my shit in order right now. So I'm good with the IRS. I don't owe nobody no money. I don't know shit. When I did 60 Minutes, IRS shut my account down and said, hold on, we need to do an investigation. Fuck you mean you ain't telling on niggas and all that crazy shit. Fuck is going on. I was on a vacation. I went to my account, shit said negative 20,000. I had over millions of dollars in there. That's, what kind of get where your heart go when you go to the ATM and you see that? Your heart go in your stomach.
You give me a card back like, y'all bugging.
No, this was an ATM, but it was a Saturday. I couldn't even do nothing about it. Luckily, I had cash on me. I go on Bill O'Reilly. All these schools start writing me because we was talking about schools, and I was saying that they was basically saying that y'all, the rappers, are influencing kids too much to do X, Y, Z. And my argument with the principal was, then we have to start looking in the households. Because if somebody who does music has more influence over somebody's parents or their teacher or their principal, that's a problem. And that's what censorship is about. And I was breaking that down. So now you got all these schools writing to me to where now I got to have a meeting with Kevin Lyles and Leo Cohen talking about, Cam, I don't know why you did that. We're not going to drop you from the label, but this is things we were considering. Now nobody can tell me nothing, nigga. Bucket low, fucking throw, glasses, nigga. Nigga, fuck you talking about? Anyway, I said all that to say this. Dirk, I'm not saying you don't got your shit together, but when you play these games and talk about you got a bunch of cash for somebody, niggas will be like, oh, word? Let's check him out since he think he got it like that. Yeah. And ain't he holding money to like this on his arm, to his ear? All that. All y'all niggas who do this, pause, with the money to your ear, y'all are going to go into investigation. And if y'all got it, I'm happy y'all got it. But trust me, they're watching and it's fucked up. We're at the point right now, and I'm not going to say the couple of banks I bank with. My bank keeps calling me every 3 days to borrow money from me. I don't even understand it. This word to my mother, God bless the dead, that they keep talking about, well, your money's just sitting here, you're not collecting interest, and it's a national debt. And what you could do is put your money here and collect the interest, and that'll get you at least $112,000 every year. And I'm like, you're the bank. No, I'm not. If I would have been a broke black man and came in here and asked for a loan, you wouldn't have gave it to me. Now I'm a rich black man and you want me to loan you money? No, I'm not doing it. Be careful. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry I was this long about it, murder and stat, but I feel that we need to educate.
Right about
we need to educate.
You got to educate them because not only will it bring the IRS It bring jealous niggas. Oh, he got money to do that with LeBron. You could just be playing a nigga in the hood like he got money to get LeBron, nigga. He ain't give me that little that little 12,000, that little dirty 12,000 he's talking about.
This is a fact. And,
yeah,
and that's both sides of the coin.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and your child support goes up since you got. You know, not him, but I'm saying when you start doing that, people, you got pocket watchers on every side.
Yeah, and if you a nigga like Dirt, I last time I checked, that's my man. I know he had a girl, but some girl is mad at you somewhere in the world. Trust and believe. It could be from 15 years ago. They mad.
The other baby mother will be mad. She's like,
Murder, listen, let me tell you something right now, Murder. And you've been in a relationship for I don't know how many years, but there's at least 12 bitches mad at you from 20-something years ago. I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you that right now. Yeah, I know that nigga when he lived on 133rd. I helped him move to 150th and 8th. Had me climbing up 6 flights of stairs every night with no elevator. Is somebody mad at you?
Yeah, and then he gonna go marry her.
Yeah, exactly. That's what somebody's mad. I threw you at 12. I'm not being a generous number because you were poor as a sex symbol or whatever you want to call it. I don't like using that word. I don't like using. Listen, man, I don't really like using the word sex symbol because I don't know what else to call it. I don't really like calling men sex symbols. But he did the 112 video, and I remember niggas was like, the murder shit is gone. Take the murder out your name. It's no more murder. The females like you. Your name is Mase. And take the C. His name was Mase with a C on it. And they put a $ in his shit. It was, if you look at his tattoo on his arm, it's MACE. It's not a $. He was the original MACE. But after the 112 video, shit just turned into something different. Pause.
Yeah, this nigga Killa is lace. Yeah.
This ain't a fact. Everything I say in the fact.
No words.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Yo, let me ask you a question. Why you get bashful about this shit? why are we talking about why you act modest or like get a little bashful and say I'm lace? This what happened.
I'm practicing what you telling Lord Dirk to not do.
Oh, okay. My bad. See, that's what confused me about you.
Protect the money.
No, that's what confused me about you. Sometimes you be like chill and then sometimes you want to choke a nigga out. I don't know what murder I be getting some days when it come to this. So, all right, we bashful murder today. You don't want to talk about it. I tell you right now, though, Sin said we need to tell more stories. Sin said every time they go in the barbershop, niggas is missing stories. They said they want more stories. They said they need 3 stories a week. This is what I'm telling you. It's the audience wants 3 stories a week. They mad I didn't stop getting to ask Mase questions. They want a little bit more of that. So you need to start. Listen, I can tell you a bunch of shit. I don't know what I'm allowed to talk about. Sometimes, some days I can talk about shit. Sometimes I'm lace. I'm just telling you, I don't know what I get. So all y'all who want more stories, hit him on the page. I'll tell him. But if I don't have the permission, I'm not going to say anything.
I definitely agree on more stories, so hopefully we get some more.
Yeah, we might have to get one of your stories.
I can share stories if they're shareable. So yeah.
What do you mean if they're shareable?
The same reaction you got. If they're shareable, we'll share.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna go to break. When we return, we're gonna discuss the Milwaukee Bucks. Don't go anywhere.
Harlem shit, yeah, we the shit. Shit all year round is money season. Yes. Every flip counts. I got rich over this bounce. Girl, ain't no sales in Gucci. We ain't looking for a discount. No.
My man Sin City said,
it's only money.
it's only money. Ain't no sales in Gucci, baby.
It's only money.
It's only money, only money.
Why you acting funny?
You acting funny.
Yeah, it's only money.
It's only money.
Welcome back. Now let's get into our underdog fantasy picks of the day. So on Thursday, the Aces will play the Chicago Sky. Underdog fantasy has Asia Wilson at 11.5 rebounds. Do you have her higher or lower, Mase?
11.5 rebounds?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I I'm going lower. I think she'll have right around 11. So would that make it lower?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going lower. Pause.
And who they playing?
The
This
Aces.
guy.
Aces playing in the sky.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go higher because like I said, I actually mentioned this previously on the show, how I seen her crying after the show saying she wants her team to get better. She's not really worried about individual performance. But if her coach had any sense, which I think she has a lot of sense, fuck all that. We shit winding down. We like in fifth. We ain't even lose but one game all last year. You got to do what you got to do. And I get trying to get the morale with your team, trying to make sure they play better. When you know you can have 40, you're going to say, I'm going to pass this. It's going to get to a point in the season where you have to get all the rebounds, all the points, and a little bit more than what you're doing to get back to where you was at last year. I'm only going to go higher because I think it's to that point in the season where she's going to say, okay, I tried to do enough for my team. I have to do me for my team to get better. 16. The underdog, y'all starting to get a little y'all starting to get a little
Underdog
better.
gave away too much money. They said, we got to make this much.
Yeah, they give the nigga told he's going to get a half a touchdown in football. I'm going to go under.
Yeah, under.
Okay. And Angel Reese is at 27 points and rebounds. Do you have her higher or lower, Mase?
Higher.
She's turning into somebody out there. She's turning into
See
this
that
shit.
Angel Reese? We're not against you. We're for you. We're for you.
Yeah.
I'm going higher.
Yeah, I'm going higher too.
Big dog.
Yeah, she's turning into one of them. Okay, I got my feet wet in the league. I know what I got to do, and I like the attitude. Her attitude's always been good when it comes to post or pregame comments. But the other day, she like, I'm a dog. You can't teach that. How about that? I see that and I like that. So you're gonna go with higher. Make sure y'all go to Code Cam on Underdog Fantasy to get that money.
Fire. She's also the only rookie averaging a double-double. So this matchup between her and Asia is going to be real fire because Asia's getting double-doubles too. So we'll see what happens in this game. Okay, so as Cam said, download the Underdog Fantasy app and you can make your picks too.
Real quick before we move on, what you gonna say?
I was saying, wait, you putting her against Asia? I thought
They
Asia
definitely
was...
this is a good matchup because it's the rookie and the vet. So it's fire.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I ain't putting her there yet.
She's not there. They're not comparable, but this is why this is a good game because Angel Reese has been.
Asia be
has been.
No, and I don't mean this any type of disrespectful way whatsoever. Asia be moving like a man sometime, and I'm not talking about as a woman off the court. I'm talking about like her triple threat moves, and I'd be like, I'm not saying females don't got it, but sometimes am I looking at James Harden the way her form and everything, like, and I don't mean that any way disrespect.
Clutch sports.
Yeah, and I don't mean because I don't want people to wait. Just that'll be the next thing. Oh, women can't do that, Cam. Now we do. Listen, I'm talking about somebody who looks a little different than the rest of the females out there. When she got the right jab step, triple threat, it'd be the mid range. Her form just looks really good, and I really haven't seen that in the WNBA in a long time. And not only that. The fact that she a lefty always makes it look special. So no disrespect to the WNBA players before y'all try and be like, Cam said that she's better. Nah, I was just saying it's real comparable to James Harden sometimes because she's a lefty or De'Aaron Fox or some of the great lefties that we see.
Okay. And then we're going to discuss the Bucks. So they are reportedly exploring Brooke Lopez trades. Do you think that this will benefit them? And then do you guys think it's time for the Bucks to start restructuring their team more?
When it comes to the Milwaukee Bucks, they're in a special situation because they really can't afford to make the wrong decision. You're looking at a championship team, and on this championship team, right, they got some of the main players that they had from this championship run. But one of the hardest things to do, even for Brooke Lopez, is probably to accept a new role. He's going to have to accept a new role. And if I was the GM of this team, they already made the mistake of getting rid of their coach. That was a problem. And they got rid of Drew Holiday, and they see how that played out. I would not be so quick to switch this team up. When it comes to Brook Lopez, he has done some phenomenal things for the Milwaukee Bucks. But if I had to think of somebody I could trade him for, the only person I would be okay with the Bucks trading him for is Bruce Brown. In fact, their salaries will swap out. It would be the excellent trade. Other than that, I'm not trading Brook Lopez because you're going to need him when you get against Boston. You're going to need him when you get against, definitely against the Knicks because they now upgraded their team. But I wouldn't be so quick to just put his name out there in the trade rumors right now. That doesn't make sense. It's too much. You could mess up the chemistry. Chemistry has already been not so well last year, and you don't need that right now from this team. But Killa, what you think?
I think Mase nailed it. I think that was a great take. Everybody's trying to keep up with Boston because Boston looks so dominant throughout the whole playoffs. But let's just take into consideration the Milwaukee Bucks wasn't healthy, Miami Heat wasn't healthy, the New York Knicks wasn't healthy, Philadelphia 76ers wasn't healthy. You have 4 great teams that wasn't healthy. And even throughout the playoffs, the Knicks were losing players like they was getting sniped off. Every game it was just somebody different getting hurt. Center was getting hurt. Robinson get hurt. Last game, fucking Jalen Brunson get hurt. OG Anunoby got hurt. And they're not counting that Julius Randle was. Look, the Knicks had a lot of injuries. Miami had injuries. Jimmy Butler didn't play. And we're not just saying injuries. We're talking about the star player or the leader on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Giannis didn't play. Damian Lillard got hurt. Donovan Mitchell didn't play the last 2 games. So I don't think that the East needs to overreact. And I'm not just talking about Milwaukee. I just think that they need to figure out who's going to be healthy because that's the one thing that Boston had on their side outside of Porzingis was health. Players were available and they were there ready to go. Even to the Eastern Conference Championship where Halliburton got hurt. So it goes on and on and on to where people got hurt. Mase made a great point. Don't make the wrong decision. That's what you don't do. You don't want to make the wrong decision. Because you may be thinking if you're Milwaukee, well, we still got one of the Lopez's. He ain't broke. Rob ain't broke. Brook averages close to 17 points, 16 and a half points. He's averaging close to 50%, 48% from the field. He's an asset. Not only is he tall, he may be not that athletic, but he's still a defensive presence in the middle. And not only that, he spreads the floor because he can knock down the 3 when need be. Don't make the wrong mistake. That's what I will say, and I agree with Mase on. Don't jump the gun because you said, we got to do something. Boston, we got to do something. What you need to do is get healthy. Yeah. And with Damian Lillard, shout out to Dame, I spoke to Dame the other day too. What you need to do is get healthy. And Damian Lillard made a promise, which we're going to be keeping. And Mase kind of talked about this throughout all last season. I didn't want to say nothing, but since Damian Lillard brought it up, and Mase was kind of alluding to it, but I was like, I'm not going to talk about anybody that I fuck with like that, personal life. But he said it, so I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
He said, and you're on the record, Dave, that you wasn't in a great mental state of mind because of personal issues going on with your family. And you said, watch the difference next year as opposed to what you just did next year. Now, I get that. You've been in one city your whole career for 12 years, however long you've been in the NBA. Not only you get traded to a new city on a new coast, your family isn't there. You have to get a new schedule probably with your kids. You're going through stuff with your ex-wife, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, whatever. Mase kept talking about it. I didn't chime in until he said something. But what he did say is that next year we'll watch. He gave niggas one number. Watch, nigga. All right.
Yeah.
Watch.
Yeah, and I was basically saying that because I just know that, for any warrior, if your children is hostage somewhere else, you're gonna fight different, So that was just common.
Yeah, just to go back to the original question, Milwaukee, don't jump the gun. I know it's just rumblings. We don't know if this is gonna happen, but Brook Lopez at 36 years old and averaging the numbers he's still averaging, with Giannis not playing, and Damian Lillard not in the right state of mind, don't jump the gun. Your guys are still pretty decent. I don't think Damian Lillard is the defensive player that Drew Holiday is, but when Dame is on, and we'll see what happens next year.
Okay, and last thing before we wrap.
Hold on real quick. I told Sin we was talking about story time before we get to the last topic. They want to know about, and he said, come on, tell Murder cut it out. I said, Murder saying I'm lace. He acting like bad for Murder today. I said, I asked him, Sin, this is one question that people may not know about. Now listen, before I ask Mase about this, I don't know if he's going to talk about it or not, and all you people don't start getting offended and all that other shit, because what happens is this. Before I ask Mase this, and I'm going to get to it. Give me 30 seconds. People, y'all seem to like people more when they pass away sometime and don't show them the love that they deserve when they need to be here, and they're super duper talent. I've never understood how niggas die and get more followers after they die than when they alive. Like, no, that ain't a fact.
No, that is true.
Nick knows. So I was like, yo. So I'm just, when we share some stories.
What are you talking about, the Big L story?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. I was going to bring that up because, they got Big L fans, but, we grew up with him. It was a time that Mason was telling me, and I got to the block late that day. I'll tell you how Big Lee tried to extort me. His brother tried to extort me. I got a whole song about it, actually. I was going to save it for the freestyle. But Mace was telling me, and I got to the block late, and I seen him low. I told him, like, what's up? He like, yo, Big L just tried to get us robbed.
Tried to get me robbed.
So Big L tried to get you robbed. How did that go? How did that work? Or why do you even think that happened?
I mean, the first, I got to go back to the first time. So the first time.
Hold on, he tried to get you robbed on numerous occasions.
I mean, if you go online right now, you'll see a story about Fat Joe talking about how me and L got into it. I told L, I knock you out, nigga. You faking, nigga. I know you, nigga. God bless.
Yeah, God bless her.
He went and got Fat Joe on me. He went and got some Bronx niggas because he couldn't find nobody.
And this is before you got on, or when right on the cusp? Or
this was like when I first got on. Because and before we got on, it was like L. He was a guy. He took us everywhere, and all of that. Not everywhere, but to Bobito and different places to rap. And then when I got on, it was like the whole wave changed. It was like, this is what it looks like when a nigga really get on. And pause. And then so me and L would get into it. And one time, because you want me to tell a story, so I got to tell a story. Yeah. He started using a few of my lyrics, like different compounds that I was using. That's when you make two words rap at the same time. So I checked the nigga.
Not just words, syllables.
Yeah, syllables. He started using my syllables. I'm like, yo, L. So then Gruff laughing and all that. Gruff like, y'all niggas need the box,
Gruff is, Gruff gas shit like a motherfucker. Gruff, that boy Gruff not a gas
Gruff like, murder, then that nigga go right there. L looking like, what? So then me and L start talking. The conversation goes super left, And then next thing I know, I'm in a tunnel. And then nigga Fat Joe comes up to me.
So hold on, for people, not a tunnel, that's a nightclub.
Yeah, the nightclub, the tunnel.
Right.
So Joe come up to me. I'm looking like, and then Joe see me and Joe's like, man, I ain't doing nothing to that nigga. That's Mase. You know what I'm saying? That's something y'all got going on. So
that's first, but hold on.
That was the first time.
But hold on, just so the audience stays on top.
Yeah.
Big L and Fat Joe was kind of in a clique together, Lord Finesse and Buck Wilder, digging in the crate. So it may have been something alluding to that, just for the audience that doesn't know why Fat Joe would randomly come in.
So then he's running with Fat Joe. He called them niggas. First, he tried to talk to Party and them, but I knew Party and them niggas. I knew Party Artie.
Yeah,
that
Party
was my
Artie.
nigga.
Yeah, Party Artie. I think Party died, right?
Yeah, he died.
Party was nice. Party was nice.
And Wally World and all those.
Man.
He didn't know I knew them niggas from basketball, so it wasn't going to go no further than that.
Right.
So then like a couple months later, we get into it again about something, and I think it was over a chick or something, and then me and this nigga Sham is walking to like 41st Street.
So just to put this story into perspective, we all chilled in this park on 139th Street.
Yeah, we all chilling on 39th Street every day. So 39th to 40th. 40th to 39th.
Right.
So we walking up 40th.
So Mase is basically, I just want everybody to keep up with your story.
Yeah.
He's basically saying he's leaving that area, going somewhere else.
I'm leaving 40th Street. We got ices, you know, we just paid for the truck. All the kids getting free ice cream on 139th. They all got on Mase Day t-shirts, you know. So everybody's running up to the block like, yo, Mase is out there. So I parked my car on 40th. And we just walking through the hood. So, and it was my first rollie I got, like iced out. It was the first one. So I get around the corner on 40th and I walk up 40th on 7th to 41st. And a Spanish nigga just run out of nowhere like, yo, give it up, nigga. I'm going to kill both of y'all niggas.
And when you say both, who you was with?
Me and Sham God.
Sham God is the coach.
Sham is standing like where his stat is. And people that know me know, they like, yeah, this nigga Mase play too much, bro. So he kind of got Sham. I'm looking at Sham like, he don't have me right now. He got the gun on you. You know, we play basketball, so we pause. We communicate with our eyes like, nigga, I'm about to run. I got that look like Sham.
Right.
Yo, nigga.
Sham got the don't leave me look.
Sham got the look like, Mase, stop playing. You know how Sham look like, Mase, stop playing. So I'm like, I give him back the look, and this is happening in like 30 seconds.
Real time.
Fast communication. I'm looking at the nigga like, but this is my first rollie.
Yeah.
I can't
First
just
one,
get his one up like
that.
So then Sham was like, yo, he rubbing his stomach. That mean like, come on, my nigga, don't leave me.
Yeah.
Pause. So I'm like, I'm going to take this watch off and I'm going to throw it because now the nigga done clacked it on us. We know he's serious. We didn't think he was serious first. Once he clacked it, I'm like, nah, I can't let him shoot Sham. So I take the watch off really slow. Sham like, Mase, stop playing. I'm taking it off like, should I? I'm faking. The nigga said, yo, it's taking too long. He put the gun on Sham, so then I take the watch off. I'm like, this nigga then got caught. That's what I'm really thinking. This nigga got caught. So then I throw the watch by the back of the car wheel, because I knew it was gonna bounce off. Pause. And when the watch fell, we just ran. But by the time we ran, the cops came from the left side, and before he can even pick the watch up, the cops had got the nigga. And then I'm like, man, bro, I just need my watch back, Sham. You owe me, bro. We not even worrying about if the nigga is good or anything. The first thing out my mouth is, pause, Sham. You owe me, bro. I need my watch back.
Big L was never on your top 5 list of rappers from Harlem.
I was about to ask, what happened to
No,
the watch?
I got the watch back because it never when they tried to take it to the precinct, the cops just said, come and get it and get the watch back. But
he's speeding the story up. He's speeding the story up. They was like, we gonna need a statement. Mase, I ain't making no statement.
I ain't making no statement. Yeah, I left the watch down there for a couple of months because they was like, yo, we need a statement. I said, bro, I can't get it.
Yeah, he wasn't telling. I was like,
and then the detective was like, you want your watch back, you gotta tell us something. I said, I ain't gonna get that watch.
Yeah. But you got it back.
And then to make a long story short, the guy was like, yo, the case was over. They gave us back the watch. And it was like a week later we found out that it was Big L. And I just messed up everything because I'm like, yo, this nigga is hating big time, bro. So then Killa, like, that's why he ain't in my top 5.
Right. So, and I know we run out of time, but to give people a closure, like I said, Big L, I grew up, that's my brother too. And
Big L is our brother
that's
too.
Our brother, but listen, see, the thing about it is, just to break down areas of Harlem, I'm from 40th and 39th.
Yeah.
Mase is from all over Harlem. So even when he came to my block, niggas knew him, so he started hanging on my block even when I'm not there. So he was well accepted even when I'm not around. So you can see him with pictures with Big Lee, Big Al. I'm not even nowhere in the pictures. When after you guys got robbed or almost robbed, what was it like going back over there to that neighborhood the same day, the next day? You say you left your car there.
Yeah.
What was it like having to see L or no L or whatever?
No, I ain't see the nigga. You know the nigga started standing on the other side. That's when he started standing on the other side of 39.
Right.
So everybody's like, nobody else knew why the nigga was over there, but he would be like on the other side of the street. And I know niggas get mad when you tell these stories, but it's the truth. I'm not lying, nigga. I take a lie detector test. He was standing on the other side. So if Lennox chicken stores on this side, that's when he started standing.
On the uptown side, you're saying?
Yeah, on the uptown side. Niggas like, what is he doing?
Right.
That's why he was over there, because we was on the other side. And he was acting like we didn't know, but we knew.
Right. And listen, people, Mase is right. Some people gonna be like, that's fucked up. He's not here defending stuff. We're just speaking about stories we went through growing up. And if it happened, it happened.
I'm not gonna lie and say a nigga try to rob us if he didn't. And I mean, Fat Joe already told part of the story, so I'm just filling in the part.
Niggas gonna be mad because my tie ain't purple all the way. Niggas gonna be mad about anything. Because like I said, another day, what I'll do is I'll tell you about a story about how his brother came home from jail and tried to extort me when he came home from jail. I'll tell you that one tomorrow. I actually did a whole song about it. This is what I'll do. I'm going to do the song later this afternoon, start it off with the freestyle, and then get into more depth of the freestyle of what I'm talking about. But
you know, at that time, we Harlem was so on fire with us that everybody in jail thought they was representing us. You know what I'm saying? Right. So if anything happened, niggas like, nah, that can't fly at all.
Yeah.
I just got one thing. Why were you upset at Sham God? Because he got caught and you right next to him.
Because the nigga was moving slow. We wouldn't even been in this situation. You know a nigga dribbling the ball, you tell a nigga, yo.
He was cornbread?
Yeah, he was. And then the nigga ran up on him. You know, it's like, you running from the cops and somebody's like, we caught. We not caught, bro. You caught. I'm out of here. I already had 2 steps, pause. So I was already down the block if I start running. I know I'm smart enough to run through cars. I ain't running straight.
Yeah, they going zigzag.
Yeah, nigga ain't gonna be, what's his name that got shot in the back? Ricky. Nah, niggas.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, man. That was amazing. Now, let me tell you something. In about 2 hours, this shit gonna be on fire. This shit gonna be on fire. Now listen, it's a million more of these joints. I don't know what mood he gonna be in if we could get these all the time, but I got like 20,000 of these joints, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that, bro. That was dope.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a big deal this afternoon. I tell you that right now. So be it.
And it would also be dope to hear Sham God, because I know your reaction. Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, Sham like, yo, this nigga play too much. And that's why Sham don't like Big L.
Yo, listen, let me tell you one thing for sure. 2 things for certain. Sham do not like Big L. You ask Sham who the best of Harlem, they be like Big L. He be like, nah. I'm just telling you, I spoke to Sham. And listen, my top 5 rappers from Harlem is not based upon this robbery or almost attempt robbery. I'm just telling my feelings. So when me and Mase was on Gillian Wild's Gillian Wild, happy belated birthday to my nigga Wallow. And we was naming our top 5 lists. And you know, me and Mase, of course, put ourselves at the top of the list, or whether it's his list or my list or whatever, and then put Jewel's and whoever else. Sham texted me and said it needed to be said. And I was like, what needed to be said? The Big L ain't the best from Harlem. I'm just saying, we miss him and love him because he's gone, and that was our brother growing up. But we got to stop doing that. And I was like, all right,
Sham's still mad.
Yeah. He definitely texted me and said that.
Yeah, shout out to my bro Sham God, man.
Shout out to Sham, man.
Well, the stories will be to be continued, but that is all the time that we have for today. Thanks for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
nigga. Everything, nigga, super size. Two Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.